My name is Patrick Salmon. I'm a proud native and I want to speak to you about education and why it's important, especially at my age or any age. I dropped out of school in grade 7 and became a dishwasher to live. I moved around in Canada on the wisdom of my father. He said, get to know your backyard before you travel the world. On my travels, I did labor work for pennies, too proud to go to school. I learned the hard way and swallowed my pride and walked through the doors of the education system. The first stop was in Peterborough, Ontario, and I worked through hours to get EI, to get my level 3, which was very hard to do. Took a gamble and went to university, and I failed the first quarter, which sucked. Then I traveled to Nova Scotia, Shuby Reserve. I found work as a plumber for $8 an hour. That was enough for me to become angry. I found a job welding, and the wage was a little better, but without school, there was no room for an advancement. So I went to the Friendship Center, consulted with the employment training program, and Trish pointed me to the right direction to go to trade school at Nova Scotia Community College, which I found funding, got my diploma in steam fitting and pipe fitting, looked for work, and ended up out west. I did my 4,000 hours, wrote the exam and failed. I went back to school, did a refresher course and tried to write again, but kept being put off. After a couple of years, my anger got the best of me. I went to the office and the coordinator who was supposed to be looking after me was never there. But the lady behind the desk said that his boss was in, so I spoke to him in a quiet room. I expressed myself and I told him I've been trying to write my exam for 2 years. And he kept putting me on the back burner. The more that I went into it, the more pissed off I became. I told him I wanted a native representation, or I will go to the papers stating discrimination. I told Trish at the Friendship Center and asked if she would represent me, and she did. They put me in class the very next day. I wrote the exam and got my red seal. That was the cool thing. Several years later, I became sick and found myself with liver problems. I had a rose, which in turn poisoned my body and my mind, causing me to lose my memory. I forgot names, places for the longest time. I went back to the Native Friendship Center and applied for upgrading. I found out that I had a grade 5 education. I've been upgrading ever since. As of today, I have accomplished training position with clean foundations in renovations, looking for a job in the mechanical field. I'm still working with the Native Friendship Center and hope to write my GED, eventually my AutoCAD training. If I had to give any advice, I kept pushing myself because there had to be a better life. Education is very important to communicate in the white world. Education helps me understand the world around me, and the doors of opportunity have opened for me. The Native Friendship Center has been my main support. When I fell down, even suicidal, they were there to pick me up. I would have never succeeded without the staff. They are my friends. I would like to teach the younger generations what I have learned. If there's any questions, please feel free to ask.